Hi. Today we're going to be doing a little meal prep and also discussing a comment that I made during the homemade seasoned salt video. I had made a comment on how I choose to implement a diet that is low carb. The arrowroot has a higher level of carbs in it than I choose to ingest, so that's why I only used a little bit. I was asked if I don't eat high carb or if I don't eat carbs, then what do I eat? So I am going to share a little bit about the vegetables that I choose to use, the sources of carbohydrates that come into my diet, as well as discuss how you can help yourself by cooking in bulk. That way, you already have what you need on hand in the fridge and you can heat and eat. I live a very full lifestyle, and I know that most of us do these days between work and school and kids and dogs. Um, it's important to be prepared. It's better to have food cooked on hand than it is for me to swing through the drive-through. It's a lot healthier for me. I know exactly what's going into my food, and I can control a lot of factors that I have no idea what's going on when I choose fast food. So let's get cooking. Hi, we're over here at the stove and we're going to discuss a little bit of meal prepping ideas as well as address what it is that I normally eat on a day-to-day basis that consists of carbohydrates. I had said about the arrowroot that it was higher in carbs than what I like to have in my diet on a day-to-day basis. And it is. You can check the nutrition facts of arrowroot, and it'll tell you that I believe it's like 16 or 20 grams of carbs per cup, which I only use about a heaping teaspoon, so it's still negligible, but I still omit a lot of carbs because of inflammation in my body. I have tried many different diets. I've tried the bro type diet where I eat a lot of ground turkey, sweet potatoes, and rice and green beans, and that still upset my stomach. I tried vegan, so I didn't have any like eggs or cheese or meat, and that seemed to be the worst for my stomach, to be honest with you, which didn't really make sense. It didn't even make sense to my doctor. And so I went to a diet that I cut carbohydrates out except from low carb or low GI vegetables, and my body seems to be thriving. I'm not in pain daily. I don't have an upset stomach daily, and it works. Right now my lifts are fine. We're on a hypertrophy. We're doing lower weight with higher reps. So I don't quite need that recruitment of a lot of strength to be able to lift my 1 rep max right now. So whenever we do get back on strength, pure strength cycles, I will need to address the issue likely again. So what I do it every week is prep. I get myself prepared because I don't like to eat out, and if I get busy and if I get hungry, like hungry, I will just stop and I'll get something to eat. There's one restaurant in my little town that I like to eat at, it's called Stacks. It's a family-owned Greek restaurant. They have really great omelets and a rodeo burger. I get the rodeo burger without a bun and a side of steamed broccoli. And Eli takes care of me really well there, so I love that. But their hours, it's a family-owned restaurant, and their hours aren't always conducive to when I'm hungry. So I like to have stuff on hand that I can eat that I know that is good for me, and I've controlled the ingredients. So back here I have boiled eggs. I'll probably make myself some deviled eggs. You'll notice that the water is cloudy. That is because I use a little bit of baking soda in my boiling water so that the eggs peel really easy. Sometimes if I don't do that, the shells will stick to the white, and I don't know, it's just really gross. And I like clean looking eggs. I will use the ones that have like chunks missing out of them, but I prefer to use the eggs that are clean and peels. Tonight I will be steaming broccoli to go along with my steak. So I have that cut up and ready to boil whenever I get back from the gym. I have the Lawry seasoned salt that we made the other day. I'll put a link below so that in case you missed that, you can click on it and make your own homemade Lawry seasoned salt without that weird chemical taste. So what I like to always have on hand that I can basically heat and eat at any time is a large pot of vegetables. And I actually think that this pan is going to be too small, but that's okay. I'll make it work. I made myself bacon and eggs for breakfast, and so I have a little bit of bacon fat left in the bottom, or left from my bacon earlier today. I bake bacon, so it was very easy to pour that off and put it in the pan. I also like the Newman's Own olive oil. I think it tastes great, and he also has a great donation, philanthropist sort of mentality that I really like to support. So today we're going to be using the Lawry seasoned salt in 3 forms: in deviled eggs, in my broccoli for my dinner, and for my side dish of veggies. Okay, let's get started fixing these vegetables. I have additional broccoli from what I have steamed for my dinner. I have some red onion. I like red onion better than yellow onion. I don't know why. I just think it has better flavor for me. I have a lot of asparagus. It was on sale this week, so I bought a bunch. I wrapped some in bacon and I cooked it, and I also am going to use it here. I'm going to layer these in the manner in which they cook the longest. So broccoli and asparagus and onions take a little bit longer. Actually, I'm going to take a little second here, drizzle about half a tablespoon of olive oil, and then take our seasoned salt, and I'm going to sprinkle a little here at this layer. And then I'm going to put the peppers down. These have a lot of water in them, as well as the zucchini and the yellow squash. I'm not going to use all of the yellow squash today. Oh, these are stuck together. Because I have, it looks like I have an abundance. So I'll probably end up roasting half of this yellow squash and just having it as a side all by itself with maybe a hamburger, or I don't know if I'll have steak again this week, but a chicken thigh. I bet yellow squash would be good with a chicken thigh. I'm going to add just a touch more olive oil, about another half tablespoon. That's not bad. There we go. That's about a half a tablespoon. And just a little more seasoned salt. I guess sea salt's not wrong because there is sea salt in it. And then I will cover this with foil.